Bonnie Blue is by far the most notorious OnlyFans model. She, if you don't recall, did the stunt where she slept with over 1,000 men in the span of 14 hours. And she has constantly been trying to up the ante ever since. And this recent stunt that she planned got her officially banned off of the platform. OnlyFans decided this was even too far for them. It was something she called a petting zoo stunt, where she was going to be naked and restrained inside of a see-through glass box for, I suppose, her subscribers to line up and gawk at her, interact with her. I have no idea what the plan was. I assume it had something to do with a window in the box, but who knows? Maybe it was just a sort of performance art.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing this is going the glory hole direction.
Yeah,
Is anybody else confused about the mechanics of how she's going to be in a glass box?
I was as well, yes.
Like, how is she going to be, like, really pressed up against, like, how does it...
I'm
also,
not
that
sure.
doesn't feel, like, that doesn't seem comfortable.
I assume there also would have been, like, air holes so that she could breathe, right?
She's turning
like into the
Yeah.
She's turning into the David Blaine or the David Copperfield of whoring.
Right, or the Marina Abramovic of OnlyFans, perhaps.
Okay.
She's going to start spirit cooking. But her OnlyFans page was pulled down from the platform due to a breach of terms after her extreme challenge content crossed a line. Bonnie has taken things way too far. She was making tens of thousands a month via OnlyFans, and now that is gone. Her page has officially been pulled. Her latest stunts have taken things too far, and she has crossed a line. OnlyFans had no choice but to act. The spokesperson for OnlyFans added that the extreme challenge content is not acceptable on OnlyFans. Whatever extreme or challenge means is open to interpretation, though, and such content is not permitted under OnlyFans' acceptable use policy and terms of service. Yes. They also said any breach of TOS results in content or account deactivation.
Yes, as I said, you may only whore at levels deemed acceptable by corporate oversight.
Oh my god, her Wikipedia early life. Blue was born in Stapleford, Nottinghamshire. She grew up with her mother, her stepfather, and two half-sisters, but never knew her biological father. I was sitting here like, how much do you have to hate your dad to do something like this? Apparently,
that is the least surprising
just need to not know him.
You're telling me this for the first time. An OnlyFans model has an absentee father? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know a couple of girls.
For the first time.
Nowadays, you'd think that would be the norm, but now what you hear is like, and the parents are just okay with it.
I don't believe that for a second.
You hear that?
On the other hand, Lily Phillips, during her documentary about 100 men in a day, claimed that her parents are both very supportive of her quote-unquote work.
They definitely cry themselves to sleep at night.
But I think that at least Lily Phillips's mother is in on the scheme because she has employed her mother as her manager. So I don't know how her dad feels about it, but her mom certainly is in support of it. And Bonnie Blue previously claimed that she was raking in over $689,000 a month on OnlyFans, which is now poof, gone. I don't know what she's going to do to recover, but I am happy about this
I
news.
did see that another OnlyFans creator offered her $2 million to stop making the extreme content.
Was that Sophie Rain?
No.
I know Sophie Rain had a problem with it.
Sophie Rain says that Bonnie Blue is turning OnlyFans into a clown show.
The one that you just
She said it's not
referenced-
about women's empowerment anymore, and I was like, dude, it was never about women's empowerment.
Brett, the one that you just referenced is an OnlyFans star named Camila Araujo,
Yes.
and she also has a podcast where she interviews a lot of successful OnlyFans models and asks them how much they make per month, what they do. And it's a lot of clip farming. She's interviewed people like Sophie Rain and
I'm sure the
others.
clip channel for that does really well.
She tweeted out, "I will personally send Bonnie Blue $2 million if she comes on my podcast and officially puts an end to her insane sex stunts." But then it's like, what do you consider an insane sex stunt, right? Because if we're talking about OnlyFans, I would say it's all beyond the pale. OnlyFans models, I assume, have a much lower threshold for what they consider too far, right?
Yes.
Or rather, higher threshold. Sophie Rain is another top earner on OnlyFans, and she is younger than Bonnie Blue. She runs the Bop House in Miami, Florida, with a bunch of other OnlyFans creators, and they all make tons of money. And Sophie Rain did an interview about this latest stunt of Bonnie Blue's, and she basically said that she's creating a spectacle at the expense of the original mission of OnlyFans. I didn't know there was a mission,
yes, to empower
behind
women,
it,
Mary.
but she said it's no longer about women empowerment, it's shock value, and she's making a joke out of all of us. We built this space to take control of our bodies and make money on our terms, not to fake pregnancies, marriages, and throw cake at people in public.
Yeah.
So it's not the 1,000 guys in a day stuff that she's talking about. It's the fake arrests and the kind of marketing stunts.
Well, I
It's
think
probably
she's-
also the 1,000 guys in a
She's referring
day
to
thing.
all of it in that quote. She was just naming a few examples. She also said that Bonnie Blue's behavior has consequences for other creators on the platform, saying brands don't take us seriously anymore. Media doesn't take us seriously. I'm tired of having to explain that not all of us are doing circus acts for clips. I would really like to know who is running her clown show.
I'm gonna be honest, in a way I kind of respect the clown show a little bit more than the not clown show.
Yeah.
Like, at least you're
I
putting
do.
effort into
Like,
it. If you're
she's-
just showing holes on camera, like...
She's like, look, I'm pushing boundaries. I'm setting new limits. I'm the one taking this game farther than anyone has ever taken it.
Sophie
She's the
Rain-
Michael Jordan of whores, and everybody else is just chasing her.
Sophie Rain also added, I hope one day she realizes the trauma she's causing herself and so many women.
This is so ironic in so many ways.
I have literally said the same thing about Sophie Rain and countless other OnlyFans stars. Why does Sophie Rain think that she has a moral high ground suddenly?
See, here's the thing. I know a couple of girls who, well, one did OnlyFans, one still does OnlyFans. The one who still does it doesn't see it as, like, an empowerment thing. She does it for fun because she enjoys it, which is, like, not something I get, but also I can almost respect that angle. The other one did it out of necessity because she had no other way of making money as a, like, 18-year-old single mother
Okay.
who grew up in a really bad
think
area.
She
just
probably
didn't have...
did have other options for how
She
to make
might
money.
have, but she was exactly what OnlyFans wanted, which was a desperate young woman
Yeah.
who saw an opportunity to do something that would get her out of poverty.
Yeah.
So, like, those two people, I understand. I don't think it's good for them. I don't think it's good for their souls. But they're very honest about what it is for them, which is one finds it enjoyable and it's an easy way to make money. The other one was in a bad situation, but neither of them is like, we're doing art.
I did see this one yesterday, and I meant to post it, like repost it and laugh. But this one she posted, it says, she needs men for views, and we only need each other. No.
Oh, I'll tell you what,
my gosh.
the guys only need each other.
How dumb are you? Who do you think is watching the videos?
They don't get it. They don't get it.
Did you see that one yesterday?
No.
I was like,
straight up-
I don't know if she just didn't think it through or if she's just kind of being intentionally dense.
I think we should raise the age for being in porn to 25.
How
legally.
about we just get rid of it?
I don't think you can get away with that, but
Well,
I do think you can get away with raising the age.
Raising the age limit for who can be in porn is just as unrealistic as saying that we should ban it. Okay, neither of those things are going to happen ever. Okay,
It's
so
harder to
as long as
it's
we're
harder to
sharing
argue
our
against.
fantasies of what could happen, then yeah, I'll say let's just get rid of OnlyFans altogether. That would be great. But Sophie Rain is claiming this false moral high ground and saying, I'm not like the other OnlyFans hoes. I don't need to be in a petting zoo stunt to get views and money. I'm dignified.
So
We
she's
were
a pick-me.
talking about Sophie Rain yesterday because she was giving an interview about one of her top spenders on OnlyFans, who is a married man, and he has spent over $6 million on her to this day just to talk to her. as a girlfriend experience.
Yep.
And I said, in a way, there's something uniquely sinister about what Sophie Rain is doing compared to what Bonnie Blue is doing, because Bonnie Blue doesn't pull any punches about the fact that this is all soulless, disgusting obscenity, and there's nothing more to it. It's not a movement for women. It's not art. It's not about empowerment. It's it's not
pushing
about
the boundaries.
girls
of...
supporting girls. And that's why someone replied to this and said, everybody's a sex worker until a stone cold freak pulls up, that being Bonnie Blue.
You know,
she doesn't, for what it's worth, she doesn't pretend to be anything other than what she is, a hoe.
True.
Yep.
So credit to her for that. I don't think I
Yes.
can give her credit for literally anything else, but at least she
That
isn't trying
that was
to...
the thought that I had last night when I was looking through all this. I'm like, look, she's like, say what you want, but she makes it into the news, and she's
Insane.
consistently pushing boundaries. What you think of those boundaries is honestly irrelevant, because it doesn't matter to her.
You're putting dishonor on all hoes' names.
I tried to tweet about that, and I had to delete it because I thought people. I was like, we need to bring dignity and honor back, and people might have thought I was actually saying that, but what I was saying was that the idea of Sophie Rain saying that is just kind of funny.
Yeah.
They're like, you're stripping digital prostitutes of their dignity. You did that yourself, girl. You did that to yourself.
Yeah, I think we got to a weird point where for some reason we're supposed to pretend that everybody deserves the same amount of basic respect, and that it's, sex work is just a job. And what I don't get is you sit here and you hear people say, like, sex work is real work, respect sex workers. It's like, so is being a CEO, and I know a whole bunch of you don't respect them. Like, you can't pick and choose. There's people aren't owed respect. You earn respect, and what people are doing on OnlyFans is objectively not respectable.
I don't actually believe that anybody's actually fallen into the pattern of respecting more people, because anytime you see, well, yes, they virtue signal about respecting other people, but the second any woman posts any type of scantily clad photo on the internet, everyone's like, you whore. Like, it's ingrained in people's upbringings to label people that way. And that's never going to change. Like I said, that's part of how we've evolved as a species and how we've been socialized as a culture, and you can't get rid of that in 20 years.
Right. And it's just so delusional for any of these OnlyFans women to believe that they're on an upper echelon over the rest. You all need horny, pathetic men to make a living. You're all on the same level, and that's at rock bottom.
And here's it, like, even for somebody like me who doesn't care, like even for the average person who's apolitical and doesn't care or think about whether sex work is real work or whether there's some morality behind it, they're not going to care if if somebody's being mean to you. They're just going to say you've made your choice.
Yeah.
If it's benefited you greatly in a financial way, then that's your reward. And everything else that comes with it is what comes with your job. Yours might be different than the average everyday person who has their own struggles going to work, but deal with it and move on with your life. You're not going to re-socialize everyone in 2 decades.
It kind of reminds me of the way that people compare actresses. Like, they'll say, oh, Millie Bobby Brown doesn't care about the art of cinema. She's not a real artist like Jenna Ortega. They'll try to say that Millie Bobby Brown is like the Bonnie Blue of Gen Z actresses because she doesn't care about having respect as an artist.
I think that makes her,
because she's making like Netflix slop movies.
That would make her like the Luc Besson of as filmmakers go. She's the Fast and the Furious of whoring.
Yeah. I do think it's important, though, to recognize the real driver and problem here is the OnlyFans platform and the way they do their marketing. Like, all of these women are at their core victims of their own voluntary choices, but like, OnlyFans is a disgusting platform in terms of how they do marketing. The fact that I open up random Instagram reels and there's just a pinned comment from some random OnlyFans girl who's like, my dad kicked me out because I made one, and yes, it's free. And it's just every single time it's like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, what happened to society that this is how we're marketing things? My dad kicked me out cause I made an OnlyFans, come sub to it, is so so weird and so sinister.
Yeah.
And it's in such a banal way too. It's not like horror movie. It's not, you don't sit there and go, oh my god, I'm horrified. It's, you look at it and you're just like sad.
Right.
Your soul just kind of collapses in on itself.
And they're all, shilling their affiliate links. That's what
Yeah.
all of them are doing. They're making money off of the lobies on OnlyFans because of their affiliate links.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.